Imagine all the people. You see Sean Lennon tweet that you can't do anything anymore because of woke, and then somebody quote tweeted it with Yoko Ono's tweet that is like, when your baby son is crying, record it and play it back to him when he suffers as an adult. Listen, 30, 40 years of Yoko Ono public humiliation, right? I'm so happy we're finally like pulling it back in the other direction. She's an artist, man. Of course sometimes she goes a little weird. Yeah, but she's an artist. She's back on top now. That's a beautiful tweet. Normalize artists being cringe. That's what I'm saying, man. That's how I'm trying to live my life. You see the wisdom? Don't kill the part of you that's cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes. Cringe is client side. Wait, is that true? Let me think about that. Sorry, I was also laughing because I saw a video of, it's obviously doctored, but it looks like a man riding a unicycle in the UFC octagon and then delivering a one-hit knockout.
Derek went after him. Derek Lewis opens with a switch knee. The black.
Tweeters are the new philosophers. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you might be like, that's kind of sad, but I'm just going to level with you. It's better than stand-up comedians. Stand-up comedians, 20 years ago. Why is the airplane food so salty? Stand-up comedians now turns the stool backwards, even though it's 360 degrees, symmetrical. Let's get real for a second, folks. You got to see Furiosa. It got the Kojima seal of approval. You see the tweet that had a picture of Hideo Kojima and George Miller, and it said Dick Rider. Hideo Kojima has tweeted about George Miller 67,000 times. That's 76% of his tweets, second only to Hunter Schafer at 87%. Great tweet. Great. It feels so good to be back. I was laughing. So you didn't do anything wrong, and this person also didn't do anything wrong. But there was an engagement farming tweet that got me laughing because it was like, the toddler with, or not the toddler with the gun, but the one that's like me when I have to shoot Tony Hawk in the race war, and it's Wesley Snipes from a movie with like a gun, but he's got tears rolling down his eyes. I saw a tweet from a blue check that was like, me when I have to unsubscribe from a YouTuber I used to love who's increasingly annoying. And I was like, okay, I gotta go in the comments because I gotta see. I'm out there enough that like, I don't think my name's gonna be in the top 50, but I gotta scroll until I see my name. And I was laughing, I'm scrolling. I'm not naming names, I'm scrolling. And finally I get to someone and it says something like, that was me when NL stopped doing full playthroughs of video games. And I was laughing because I was like, dude, listen, you're a human being just like me. You're fucking like 32 years old, buddy. That was like 10 years ago. Like, I don't know what to say, but at this point, I'm just like, explain yourself. Did you like the tweet? No, but they're within their rights to say it. You can unsubscribe for a variety of different reasons. I did not say that their emotions are invalid. I was more just like, damn, I'm impressed. Like, he's holding a grudge. Because, like, I mean, we still have played through, like, full games fairly recently, but yeah, there was a time where I was like, hello everybody, welcome back to episode 1 of Northernlion Plays Children of Morta. This is a really cool looking game that I played it at PAX West. I played a demo at PAX West. It seemed fun, and I like roguelites, so make sure you smash that subscribe button. And I was like, again, there's a diversity of human experience, okay? But like, for a man my age to be like, I miss that era. I was like, wow, okay, it really does. The world really does not move to the beat of just one drum. You know why your voice changes so much every few years? Yeah, brother, because no man ever steps foot in the same river. It's not the same river and it's not the same man. Because I've changed the world in that 3-year period and because the world has changed me. I think the real question is, why are you the same? You watch the news lately? I try to avoid the news, honestly. POV, you are Huey Lewis after the divorce, or whatever. Fuck you. That's just... Oh, man. She took the band. Art Brutt be like, took the band. Do people know Art Brutt anymore? Look at us. She took the band. Yeah, no. What? No, nobody knows Art Brutt, huh? Okay. You don't know Art Brutt? Brutt is pronounced brute. I am brute. Champagne when it's in Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't fucking do this, man. I can't fucking say shit like that for the rest of my life. I can't, wow, I don't know any other way to be, though. I don't know any other way to be. All right, fine. Champagne when it's in Guardians of the Galaxy, motherfucker. It doesn't even... Could you strike out Timothee Chalamet with 3 straight pitches? Honestly, that's a load-bearing post. No doubt about that. I don't remember the whole thing, but I've read it 20 times. The second pitch is the one where he's like, what, like, second pitch, 97 mile an hour fastball, looking. Fuck you, Lady Bird fucking sucked. Which is not true. It's a great movie. It's a superlative film. But it's a great tweet. He's drowning. That's what he says. Yeah, Lady Bird sucked. Kill yourself. Oh, man. I'm going to say that was the second best tweet that I saw when I was away. The best tweet. At the end of the day, I'm a millennial, right? So the best tweet that I saw when I was away from my perspective was the end of 7, but with Seth Rogen, James Franco, and Danny McBride instead. It's like, James Franco, there's nothing in the box, man. Don't worry about it. That's your wife's head, Kimosabi. What the fuck? That is fucking gnarly, dude. The tweet is so good. People fucking hate Seth Rogen, man. I love that dude. It'd be people that are like Blaze 24/7 that are like, all he talks about is weed. Look in the mirror, motherfucker. Cod. People always do the haha weed bit, and he's done a lot of weed comedy, don't get me wrong. But like, you know, he's also done 50-50. He also did Long Shot. You know, he tried Funny People. It didn't fully work, I think, but he had some like higher-minded ambitions. He also produced The Boys. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold it against him though. It's mostly a joke, I guess. What about the movie where he's teleported through time and becomes a pickle manufacturer in 2020 New York? Okay, listen, bro, he doesn't travel through time, okay? He is an actor and a writer and a comedian. The character he plays also doesn't travel through time. They fall in a vat of pickling juice and are preserved and then are de-pickled in modern day North America, where he then has to live with his great-great-grandson. And it's all about the generational difference of like this dude from like 1700s Poland is trying to interact with his great-great-grandson who's like an app developer and stuff. Anyway, finally someone else has seen that movie. It's so funny to think about how fast like the media landscape changed. Because like now they're like, Challengers is coming to MGM Plus. And I'm like, hey man, hey, fuck you. I don't care if like a cure for heart disease is coming to MGM Plus. We are fucking done with subscription services. I don't care if The Godfather 2 is only going to be available on Tubi. You will catch my ass being deprived of Francis Ford Coppola's best movie then. Unless Apocalypse Now happens to be on. Well, in Dracula I got a soft spot, but it's neither here nor there. But back in 2020, I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll subscribe to Crave to see an American Pickle. It's June 2020. What the fuck else am I gonna do? Yeah, wow. Was it good? Not really. Did I watch it? probably like within 3 hours of it premiering. Seth Rogen's son or James Franco daughter, please don't send a chill down my spine with the 3-word phrase James Franco daughter ever again. That's like a CIA sleeper agent. Like if they left that as a fucking voicemail or something like that, I would I would move to, I don't even know where I would go, and I bet they'd find me. Sony Pictures, 34 million opening week, starring Seth Rogen. I don't need to look at the genre. Let's be realistic. 2016 might be looking at Sausage. No. Sausage Party? Yep, okay. Hot Dog Frank leads a group of supermarket products on a quest to discover the truth about their existence and what really happens when they become chosen to leave the grocery store. Now, yesterday, I kind of went off on a little bit of a rant where I said, I don't understand why everybody hates Seth Rogen now, and I went to bat for him. He seems like a cool guy. I have a little bias because he's also associated with Vancouver. But I like most of his movies, and I like when I hear him talk as well. That being said, everything I said was besides this. That is not... This is the outlier that you cull from the data set because it's too far out, okay? We like him for The Boys. Didn't he produce Legion as well, which has that incredible scene of Germa breaking out of containment? You know the one. I can't do it. I don't have the same like theater DNA as Germa. Oh, that's Preacher. Okay. Or The Hair. You know the one where he's like, he gets out and he goes like, "Tah," and then the dudes go, they get stunned, and then he goes like, "Ta," and then they get like killed, and then he snaps and they get reduced to dust. Don't even get me started on that amazing caffeine tweet where the guy earnestly said, imagine, caffeine being normalized is so crazy. Imagine if your coworker said, don't talk to me until I've had my heroin yet. I was like, buddy, you can't do that. Wow, drinking water is so normalized in our society. Imagine if your friend was like, I need to drink gasoline to live. I am very smart. These are the same thing. You ever notice how, like, if you change something relatively harmless for something extremely harmful, like, the meaning of the sentence stays completely the same? Don't talk to me until I've shot my 30 to 50 feral hogs. Yo, but that guy was a hero, right? Like, he ended up being right.
Shoot him! Fuck! Oh, shit.
Yes. That's Tifu. Oh, man. So you gotta be plugged into the streamer space to stay up to date on that one. Oh, man. Hey, you okay, Tomo? Hi, buddy. Mew can go in every single spot on this one. Me, when my general manager gets LeBron James on my team in 2014. I mean, he's still pretty good, right? -2, fair enough. Librarian, are you here? I'm kind of pissed off, by the way. Your most famous tweet ever isn't about me anymore. It's that LeBron James tweet, which is like you quote tweeting somebody who said reading a book in public is so embarrassing when you see they're on like page 5. And then you said a lion doesn't concern himself about the opinions of sheep, and it's LeBron James reading 4 different books. Great tweet. Is this MacGruber? This looks too 2020s to be MacGruber. I had to take a chance. Bryan Cranston? Is this Trumbo? Is this Why Him? I honestly don't know shit that Bryan Cranston was in except for Breaking Bad, Malcolm in the Middle, and Why Him. William H. Macy. It's The Lincoln Lawyer. I haven't seen it, but I do see Matthew McConaughey. There you go, The Lincoln Lawyer. I heard it was good, but like it just doesn't make sense because like is Matthew McConaughey Abraham or what? He drives a Lincoln? I guess that's true, isn't it? I've seen the advertisements. Abraham Lincoln already was a Lincoln lawyer. Hey, you know what's pissing me off, by the way? There was a famous tweet maybe 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, and it said, nobody has ever looked blankier in the history of television. And it was a scene with Walton Goggins from the superlative HBO show Vice Principals, where he sees a demon and then he just goes like that, right? And people are replying to the tweet and going like, wow, out of context, what is this? This seems like a crazy show. Bro, watch Vice Principals. It's the best Danny McBride show. Righteous Gemstones is good. Eastbound and Down is good. Vice Principals is the best. I knew this would come up. That show is really good. That show affected me, man. It's about two extremely evil people, but it's also funny and touching. What is it about? It's hard to describe. It sounds bad. You fucking Wikipedia synopsis, Andy. What's it about? How about we start asking questions like, what does it make you feel? What's it about? Who fucking cares, bro? What is Koyaanisqatsi about? What are Song Soo films about? I don't know. I haven't seen any. They're all like 66 minutes long. It's like shorter than an episode of like Too Hot to Handle on Netflix. I haven't seen them. I don't even know the distribution channel that they'd be available on, quite frankly. Why are you wearing a nurse's uniform? These are OR scrubs, guy.
Carnation, a noun meaning a plant of any of numerous, often cultivated, and usually double-flowered varieties.
She's loud as fuck, bro. Why does she say it so sexy? This has the vibes of that librarian tweet that's like, why is the tour guide at the zoo talking in the JOI cadence? Dude, she's just talking, man. You gotta uncook yourself. You've been online too long.
Culminate, a verb meaning...
She was kind of using the JOI cadence for that one. I'll give you that one. It's spaghetti. Beef, egg noodles, potatoes, cabbage, bean sprouts, sambal, fried shallots. I think it's Indonesia, bro. It is Indonesia. Soto mi. So often enjoyed as a hearty meal for lunch or dinner. The combination of its warming broth and filling ingredients makes it a popular choice among Indonesians. This is like how you spot a ChatGPT blue check on Twitter. It'll be like a clip from a movie and the top comment will be like, I love this movie. You can really tell that the actors were trying to make you feel like what the characters were going through. And you're like, you fucking... Shut the fuck up, you fucking robot. I love the way the moving pictures created the appearance of a scene actually happening in front of my eyes. Eyes? Shut up, robot. So true. They don't understand. The robots didn't do anything wrong. It's the person controlling the robot. Well, that's true. You know, like, I kind of admire the ingenuity. The most annoying accounts on Twitter, there might only be like 3 of them, but it's the blue check OnlyFans models who reply to every viral tweet. It'll be like, here's what Martin Scorsese had to say about Marvel movies. And then like the top comment is blue check OnlyFans bio that's like, me and Martin used to go out. He's got an 8-inch cock. And I'm like, lady, you said that about like every celebrity in the past 2 weeks. There's no way that's true. Martin Scorsese ate my pussy last night. He made me cum on his face. I believe it. I believe he could. I don't believe that he did with you. Me and Genghis Khan used to go out. He was mid, to be honest. I know, like, it's... Could you just not type? Like, you're making the world a worse place. Just, like, a more annoying place to be a part of. Can you just stop? It's not... Like, it's funny when I say it for some reason, but... Oh, man. No, I don't know what to do about this one, man. I think it's fucking... Mickey Rooney and Michael Keaton? I don't know. Is that Mickey Rooney? Don Rickles! It's Don Rickles. Okay. I don't know. I know. Okay, it's Toy Story 3. This guy played Lotso. I don't remember his name, but I'm gonna know it in a second. Ned Beatty. Yeah. Did you see the clip of Toy Story 3? That's like when Ken is tied up and Barbie's ripping his clothes. If you look at the words, "Oh Barbie," you hear him say, "Oh Barbie." If you look at the words, "Oh fuck," you hear him say, "Oh fuck." And they're both like so clear. I've seen Toy Story 3 like 5 times because I have a 3-year-old. And I was like, there's no way he says fuck in this movie. And I looked at the "oh fuck" while he said it. And I was like, how did they get that past the censors, bro?
Oh, Barbie, those were vintage. Oh, Barbie, those were vintage. Oh, Barbie, those were vintage.
They definitely edited the audio for the clip. Are you sure? I guess I could believe that. But like, you can hear "Oh Barbie" too. Did you watch the Star Wars Hotel video essay? I did not, but I support its right to exist, personally. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't watch YouTube, and the reason that I don't watch YouTube is because it's just easier for me to make a rule in my life that's like, I'm not going to watch anything on YouTube, instead of making a rule that's like, I'm only gonna watch good stuff. Just so that I don't go down a rabbit hole and be like, you know, I'm like, I could really go for watching a video about how like they used to make bridges back in the European Union in 1971. And then like 6 weeks later, I'm like, here's why I hate women, okay? Like, that's why I stay off of YouTube for the most part. I try to subject myself to as few recommendation algorithms as possible. What about Twitter? Well, Twitter, I think I've finally, after a decade, learned how to interface with it appropriately. And the way that you do it is you just only click on funny videos, and then it'll only send you funny videos. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Speed, why are you suppressing your guffaw, good sir? What is it? My mother is completely devoid of a house, sort of.
Sir Watkins, it is a necessity that I acquire this victory I played. My mother completely lacks a homestead to a partial extent. I reside alongside my father. I merely would like to aid her. Sir Watkins, I'm gazing over your film as we speak. Why are you suppressing your guffaw? That is exceedingly discourteous. What unmannerly behavior from you? Why is this? Quit your cackling, sir!
Speed, I'm looking at your film. Why are you cackling, chap? What you should never do is click on a tweet that is like a husband complaining about their wife or a wife complaining about their husband, because in like 2 weeks, your entire feed is going to make you hate men or women, because it's just going to give you more of what you showed interest in. So instead of getting rage baited, you see a video of like, you know, I show Speed trying not to laugh at the end of a Fortnite match, and then you click the video, and then, you know, 2 weeks later, all you got is I show Speed videos in there. This is the way to do it, man. Also, never click on a thread. Again, this is the same as the YouTube rule. There's exceptions to this rule, but here's my tip for you for your life. If you ever see a thread that's like, they bait you with like the most incredible or unbelievable thing happened to me like today, and then it's like one out of question mark. That's not what Twitter's for, motherfucker. That's what LinkedIn is for. Bring that shit back to LinkedIn. If you can't fit it in 140 characters, they made it 280 characters. If you can't fit it in 280, post it somewhere else, okay? Did you see the tweet that was like, I'm the king of having boundaries or something like that? And it was a screenshot of their text message conversation with their friend. And their friend was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm like going through a really hard time right now and I could really use some encouragement. And then they replied like, hey, you haven't really put in the effort for our friendship. We haven't had in-person contact in over a month, so I don't feel like expending the emotional labor necessary to keep you like satisfied right now. Sorry, let me know if anything changes. Oh, man. You might say that's like brain rot content. No. If you're smart That's great content because you just look at it and you go, oh man, that's funny. You know what I did not like? I can't remember if this tweet happened before I left or like soon after I left, but the viral tweet that was like, if they remade American Psycho in 2024, Patrick Bateman would definitely be obsessed with Vampire Weekend, just soulless music with like the veneer of artistry over top of it. They were lucky I was away from my computer, okay? Because I could have typed. If I'm a millennial, okay? I can't type up anything longer than like 300 characters on my phone. If I have to send an email, I gotta go sit down and like get on my computer and stuff. I would never ever open a PDF on my phone. You gotta be crazy, Gen Z. No disrespect. They were lucky I was away. That's all I'm gonna say. You got no respect for. Let's not even talk about the debut, which is fantastic. You got no respect for giving up the gun. New viewer here. Why are you always playing the same 2 games? Experienced streamer here. Why do you only jerk off to MILF porn? God, if I just nailed it. If I just didn't stutter, it would have been so good. Son of a bitch, I fumbled it, bro. You know what the crazy thing is? Is like, I don't know how to say it, but it's true. Like, I want to be like, I still won the burn competition because my burn was better. But like, if I believe that there's a divine right, that if you flub the punchline, you didn't have enough belief in yourself. I wish that it wasn't the case, but because I think you could just stumble over your words in any context, but when you flub the execution, it's like, I feel emasculated. Like, I feel like maybe I just didn't want it enough. I didn't have the mandate of heaven. You lose aura. That's why I respect that Joe Biden clip where they ask him how he feels about Trump blaming him for getting convicted on 34 charges. And then he just turns and goes like, and then walks out. He knows, like, don't possibly ruin the moment by, stumbling over a couple of words or saying something about Earth Rider. Just hit the emote wheel and then NL, I started teaching English in Daegu on Monday. First day sucked, but it's getting better. Hey, and this is just me being sincere. It may get better. It may suck the whole time. Worst case scenario is 1 year maximum. You can write it out. If I can write it out, you can write it out. Find your coping mechanism. What are the coping mechanisms for somebody teaching ESL in South Korea? These are different paths, although you could mix them. And I swear that, like, if anybody else has taught ESL in Korea, I guarantee you knew people like this. Coping mechanism A, alcoholism. That's probably 40 to 50% of ESL teachers. B is getting insanely into fitness. That one is all, like, you'll meet so many ESL teachers in Korea that have like an 8-pack. And you're like, why do you have an 8-pack? And they're like, I don't know what else to do. I'm trying to stave off the misery. Number 3 is, I would say this is like the ultimate coping mechanism, trying in vain to fit in to a society that will never probably see you as one of them. Starting to branch out and make local friends, assuming that they want to be friends with you because of your personality instead of just for like free language exchange. That happens a lot. 4 is, I guess, accept it being a lifelong profession. You'll meet 50-year-olds and maybe even 60-year-olds in your time in South Korea. I don't know, there might be more. That's all I was, that guy, hang on, I think I need the camera for this one. He's been viral on TikTok for a little bit. He lives, or at least films his TikToks in South Korea. He looks like a henchman. All his videos are like this. And then it's him like dancing, and then he like takes off his jacket and like bumps into a pole and goes like, hey, and then like falls over. That dude rules. I know, and I knew a guy exactly like him when I lived in South Korea. He was like 5'5". He'd been teaching ESL for like 3 or 4 years in South Korea. He had like 4% body fat and long hair, like he looked like Chris Angel, and he did magic tricks. I just like there's one of them in every group. You need that guy. You need the mind freak. He's like the glue that holds the group together. Like the guy who's somehow always doing crazy stuff but is also straight edge. The least divorced person on earth. I don't know what was going on in his life. That's his journey. I just appreciated the energy that he radiated onto all of us. Oh, good. What a clever clue. Good way to get in shape in more way than one. More than one way, I should say. How droll, Niles. I still think Bane and Frasier would go crazy, but I can't do the bit. I don't have a cup. I mean, I guess Bane is kind of just like Sideshow Bob to begin with, now that I think about it. Because of woke. I have to say that, unfortunately, because it was a very easy punchline, because of woke is now dead, because of the Twitter trend the first week while I was away. It was like, you can't cook eggs anymore because of yolk. You can't, stand unblocked in Tekken anymore because of poke. You can't just put your dishes in the dishwasher anymore because of soak. And I was like, we're going to get over this in like a day, right? And then it was literally like 2 weeks later, people were still like, Dylan can't go fucking electric at the 1964 Newport Folk Festival anymore because of fucking folk, I guess, or what? And every single one of them had like 70,000 likes. It was not good for my mental state to see what the rabble was enjoying while I was gone anyway. But I'm glad. I'm just saying it's over, okay? It's over. Those were not bots. They're Gen Xers. It's just a slight difference, okay? They still think like every time you do a pun, they're like, I'm Shakespeare. Shakespeare loved puns. You ain't Shakespeare, bro. How is Larry David 76? The motherfucker looks 90? You need to see 90-year-olds, man. Larry David does not look 90 years old. He looks old because he is old, but he doesn't look 90. Clint Eastwood looks 90, bro. Gene Hackman looks 90. Jimmy Carter does look like he's 127. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, but I feel like Jimmy Carter is on a legendary run, man. The dude entered hospice like over a year ago and is still kicking. And then didn't his son tweet the other day that's like, my father is entering like the final stage of his life and he just wants you guys to know like he cares about you? That was like a month and a half ago. I was expecting the like notice to come out a day or two after that, but he's still like, the dude is, I don't want to say unkillable because I know like the odds of, like, I don't want to be like a narcissist, but it's happened before that you're like, can you believe that this person's still alive? And then it's like next day, beloved former president killed by bald asshole. I'm just saying, man. Like, it's, I'm not saying like, how is it happening? I'm saying like, good for him. You ever see the tweet that's like, guy's full name, you will die on June 23rd, 2023 when a bullet passes through your neck, and then it's like me with headphones in. Sorry, brother, I ain't got any on me. I got nothing on me, brother. Oh, man. That's a great tweet. I'm loving the load-bearing posts. Me when I am building a bridge out of cum or something. Me when I'm that's Chiblee posting Facebook memes in the Discord. What's this meme? OMG, I got stung by a bee in my pussy on the highway. Can you spell pain? Had to stop in Arlington, Washington. Dang. Oh, man. All right, I get why he's posting it now. Oh, man. Oh, man, that is good. David's son or Goliath daughter? I mean, listen, I know how that shit went down. But me personally, I have to say Goliath daughter. You just play the odds. Like, did David win? Yeah, but if you replay that battle 100 times, Goliath wins 95 times. So I'm just gonna, I'm playing the numbers on that one. Is God in all of those iterations? I don't know what that means. I don't feel qualified to answer the question. Wait, is that the moral of the story from David versus Goliath? I thought the moral of the story was that, like, overconfidence is a debuff in battle. I thought it was like a tortoise and hare thing. I didn't know it was like God was like, I want to see this motherfucker lose. Is it really? Kind of? Wow. I didn't know. I didn't, baby. You just told me. Why am I saving for interest? Oh, because there was nothing good to buy anyway. Of course. God had a 6-way parlay on David. Did you see the dude who got banned from Major League Baseball for life for betting on his own team's games? He had placed 21 multi-bet parlays on his own team, and he won 4% of the bets. Oh, man. I hate to say it, because I think that I don't want to, you know, call anybody out when they're not asking to be seen specifically. But, like, I was like, man, this just goes to show you, like, how insidious gambling is in, like, the human brain. Like, it's such a cheat code to get people to addicted to stuff. Even if you know you're going to lose your career, all you have to do is, like, not bet on your own team. A certain percentage of the human population still can't even follow that. I was like, man, the human brain sucks ass. I feel like the midwits are like, why didn't he just not bet on his own team? Like, there's a little victim blaming there. And then the true geniuses are like, that dude sucks ass at gambling. That wouldn't be me. First date night since the baby. Says sitter arrives at 6, we leave at 6:30. Any tips? I would just say, I mean, it's horrible advice because it's non-actionable. I would just say enjoy yourself, you know? Well, the funny part is you're probably going to, like, talk about your kid all the time. I was thinking, you know what would be a great post that could go viral? It's like a Dan Hentschel post. It would be like, it would be, you know those Instagram posts that are like, it has a text on the screen? It would be Dan Henschel's face, and it would say, like, it's so nice when you and your wife have the same love language, and then it was going to be in parentheses, hating your child. That's the kind of post that I think could... what is the energy of it? What makes it a Dan Hentschel post? People who are at a 105 IQ would think they're so much smarter than the average person, they wouldn't realize that it was designed to make them angry and was actually fake. Dan Hentschel posts are the best out there. Honestly, like, they are. He has so much more comedic courage than I do, for sure. Can you imagine posting a picture of yourself with a sign saying, I am not a pedophile, on a highway overpass? Like, that is... And he has, like, one of those every 3 days, man. How does he keep cooking it up? Cocky want boing boing. That's a classic for sure. I also love seeing the deleted ones. Like, there's a Dan Hentschel deleted tweets, because the deleted ones are, like, in my opinion, no more unhinged than the ones that actually stay up, which is an interesting space to explore, I think. Because sometimes the deleted ones are, like, I don't know, maybe just, like, not as funny as the ones that stay up, but it's good stuff, man. The digital blessings. Oh, man.
I absolve you of your sins. You have been forgiven.
Hunter Biden's son or Don Jr. daughter? Are you really going to make me start the YouTube video with that? It's Hunter Biden's son. Now, did you see in the trial, they had, like, one of his acquaintances was talking about spending time with Hunter Biden, and it was like, he invited me over, he was listening to Fleet Foxes and smoking crack. He just had a really good energy, like, I felt really safe around him. He was taking a new hit of crack, like, every 20 minutes or so. I was like, man, I didn't know, I'm careful about the way that I'm phrasing this. I didn't know that you could be like a chill guy on crack. Maybe the war on drugs propaganda like worked too well on me. I thought it made you crazy. I thought it was just like one of those drugs that like makes you see the devil or something. Which Fleet Foxes album, no? You're right, it better have been Helpless Blues. I don't think I said a real word there. It would be so cool if you were like an ARG that went off the rails. Listen, I don't take like personal offense to this, but like, I'm actually like a real person. I think I only get like a fraction of it, like when compared to like Germa or something like that. Imagine how Germa feels. No wonder the dude doesn't stream anymore. Every time he starts the stream, people are probably, they're not like, hey, nice to see you. They're like, oh, he breached containment. Oh, fuck you. Stop streaming button smashed. It's a real person, man. Hang on, I gotta get $5 out of this. Me turning my stream on. 3 of a kind. We're playing 3 of a kind, right? Like, I'm out there, man. I'm not, like, I breach containment every day. I had to mow my lawn, like, 2 days in a row. Because the first day, both batteries ran out, and it takes too long to recharge them, so my lawn was only half mowed. So then yesterday, I had to go out and, like, mow it again. And then hit it with the weed whacker. I'm just out there, man. If you know where to find me. I have seen the tweet that said, I don't watch NL, but I imagine he's like Germa, where impossibly beautiful autistic women fall asleep to him. I believe that not only did I see the tweet, I sent it to my wife and said, this is us. And then she said, what do you mean? And I just said, don't worry about it too much. Oh. We have fun here. We do. We do, though. Whew. Did you guys see Ashton Kutcher talk about how he thinks the future of cinema is you will tell ChatGPT to write a script of the movie that you want, and then it'll spit out the script, and then you'll feed it into the Soma artificial intelligence video creator, and it'll make the movie that ChatGPT wrote the script for? That sounds right. If any of you ever go to see a movie like that, you're dead to me. Just so you know. I'm sure, like, the Butlerian Jihad doesn't need to happen. They could probably integrate non-generative AI in such a way that it improves the workflow without compromising the integrity of the artist's vision. But, like, if you see a movie where some guy was like, wouldn't it be cool if, like, the Hulk fought fucking Doctor Strange while Wolverine jerked off in the corner? Like, if your soul is beyond saving, or at least at present is unsaved. I'm not going to say, you're probably going to be alive for, like, a long time. You got time to fix it, but the workflow and process is how the art is made. Listen, you're taking me, you're pivoting off of my conversation. What I am trying to say is that you're dead to me. That's all I'm trying to say, okay? I get to put it in a one encapsulated sentence. I don't want to see a movie that I want to see. Let me rephrase. I don't want to see a movie that I think that I want to see. Because what I think I want to see is going to be something like spiritually embarrassing. It's going to be like Deadpool 3 or something like that. What I want to see is something that somebody wants to make. Because by watching what they want to make, I can learn something about them and learn something about myself and learn something about the world. Instead of just like a like fan service wet dream or something like that. Roger Ebert said, good movies have to be specific because that makes them universal. Clever quote, Roger. Unfortunately, you also said video games aren't art, so you're public enemy number 1 around these parts. Bozo. Gotta catch a hunker, a grouper, or a tuna. Gotta catch a hunker, a haddock, or a cod. Gotta catch a hunker, albacore. What the hell, man? How did I get nothing from the sea? Now we gotta switch it up slightly. don't remember. How does the tune go during this part? Oh, Jesus. My wife's got she's got a yellow moon on Discord. What am I supposed to do? Saw her and then I saw it say, yellow moon means she's away. None of you stand so tall. Yellow moon means no Discord call. It's a yellow moon. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yellow, yellow, yellow moon.